The day we've all been waiting for is finally here. It's race day. The Brazilian Grand Prix has hosted some of the most important races in F1, and I've got a feeling today will be no different. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if of course the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Perez, Valtteri Bottas and Leclerc, Sainz, Ricciardo, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Ocon, Lance Stroll and Vettel, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Nicholas Latifi, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
What's going on, dudes? It's your dude, JB Dude, and welcome back to the F1 2021 Championship season. Picking up where we left off, we completed the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in Jeddah. The last new track I did on the calendar, the new track on the calendar, I should say. Great performance by me. First time driving it, and it was the best results I got out of any of the new tracks this year. We have now moved on to the final race of the season. We are here in Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix in Brazil. This will be the last race of the season, and once we wrap up the 2021 season, we'll be jumping straight to the 2022 season. Don't know what my schedule will be then, but it'll definitely be early enough for you guys to find out. I'm really excited for this race. As you can see, for the final race, I start pole. I was very shocked to find out I got pole here, and with good decent pace too. I looked in qualifying, oh I should say before I mention qualifying, in practice I was the fastest in practice section, with purple sectors first and third. Basically those sections will be my quickest. Compared to everybody else, I'm pretty much the fastest around sector 1, so that will be my advantage in this race. Don't know about the other two, but I'll have to make sure I get spot on with the cornering and good decent speed. As you can see, I've lined up with medium tires on because I barely squeezed myself into setting the medium tires. I'm the only one on this grid to start on medium tires for this race, because everybody else was not comfortable with staying on the softs. Staying on the mediums, or I should say mainly the front runners didn't stay on their mediums, weren't comfortable enough. Then the last qualifying section, Q3, I did honestly very well. I was in the top 3 very quick with Verstappen and Hamilton. Managed to get a good decent pace and managed to squeeze in enough of a gap to go quicker for the front spot or the top spot. As I came across, I noticed I was in front of everybody else when I came out, but despite not joining the pack, I managed to put up a good decent pace to get the fastest lap, although I was worried that one of the front runners behind me would have snatched it away from me as I came across the finish line and then wrapping up this Q3 qualifying session. But as I looked at the leaderboard, I managed to get on pole, just 800 over Verstappen and 0.2 over Hamilton. So shockingly good, decent pace in qualifying. But now we are finally moving on to the final race. We're going to start our final race of the season. It's going to be amazing. Hopefully there will be a lot of action going on, as the announcer Martin Brundle mentioned. Apparently did pretty well with or I should say the track has many dramatic races over the years. Will this be another dramatic will this be my only win? Could be my first win of the season, my only win. Who knows? Verstappen and Hamilton will be my main rival in competition in this race. We're about to find out. So race strategy wise, going one-stop strategy from mediums to hards. A bit of a shock for me. Did not expect that. Maybe going for a long run on the one-stop strategy. I don't know if Verstappen and Hamilton are doing a one-stop or a two-stop strategy. I don't know, but I'll definitely be slower compared to them, so I have to defend as best I can. I used more faster car setup because I've had a feeling this track had more pace than cornering, so that's why I went with that. So we're just gonna lower the fuel load is 36 laps, so a good decent amount. It's pretty short and quick track. Who knows what I'll do in this race, but we're about to find out right here. Here we are, final race. We're about to get started. Let's jump right in, get to the lights, and let's start this final race of the season. Gonna wrap up my engines. Five lights are on. Here in Sao Paulo, it's lights out and away we go. Here in Brazil. Verstappen immediately jumps me. And so does Perez, his teammate. Might have to slide on behind him. A little bit of cornering, but that's okay. I'm definitely going to be slow compared to these drivers around me because they're on softs, I'm on mediums. Just going to say here, no need to panic. It's alright for them to start off ahead of me. It's just looking for the long run here. And then maybe once all the pit stops have gone by, we'll see if I'll get in front of everybody. Oh jeez. So this sector here is Sector 2 is where I struggle with the most in this track. But everywhere else, I'm all decent with it. As Hamilton is... Oh no, Bottas is ahead of Hamilton. I didn't see that coming. Quite surprising. Verstappen leads away, leads off the first lap here in Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Leads over Perez, his teammate, then me, then Bottas, and then Hamilton. Your top five. Then it comes to two Ferraris. I don't know which one's in front of the other. Then my teammate, and then the two AlphaTauris, who I believe are in the top, wrap up the top 10. As I go quickest in Sector 1, purple sector, that's where I'm faster than all the other drivers. And so far where I am right at the moment, definitely a good position for me to get podium once again. Possibly 2 podiums in a row. Like I got a podium in Saudi Arabia. But I don't know how it's going to go in this race. I really don't know. I have a different strategy compared to everybody else. I don't know if it'll pay off or we're going to find out in the long run.
Okay, DRS is now available.
DRS is now available. As I go purple sector in both Sector 1 and Sector 3, like I said, Sector 2 is where I'm slower. But everywhere else I'm quick. And it looks like Bottas cannot seem to catch up to me. Even if with a faster tire advantage over me, I'm still quicker than him. And I found that out during practice that they weren't quick enough compared to me when I was on mediums and they were on softs. And I don't know what happened to Verstappen's pace in practice. It just didn't show any. We had some rain early in the practice. Then it got drier and we managed to put on some slicks to go quicker. But looking at the weather, I didn't actually check the weather. I completely forgot to check. There might be some rain, I don't know, but it's definitely cloudy. We'll see what will happen along the way. Well, Bottas is really close to me now. I've made a mistake entering the first corner on this lap, and it's allowing Bottas to get closer to me. It's not looking good. Should be able to stay ahead despite that. I'm staying with Perez, which is pretty good for me. But Verstappen is pulling away just a little bit, and I go a little bit wide there. I gotta turn tight in this corner. I gotta make sure I don't get too close to the curves, because that will slow me down a lot. Playing 5 laps out of 36. Looks like Bottas is getting close. Hamilton is staying behind as well. He's not making any moves at the moment. Bottas is very close again. He's gonna make a move on me. This is not good. Oh jeez, and I go a little bit wide. Oh, a little bit sideways too. That's not good. But I still managed to get ahead. Although I braked a bit too early here. It's gonna slow me down on catching up to Perez here. So I'm still sticking with him. It's pretty good. I'm getting really close to Perez here now. Should be able to get DRS on him here. Don't know if I'll be able to catch him though. I might have to stay behind him at this rate. Because I can use the DRS to save up my ERS. Because I'm already wasting a lot early on. So I gotta save it. So stay behind Perez as long as I can. Look at that, I'm gaining on him, I'm gaining. A bit too much, to be honest. I'm staying with him a lot. Really got to be careful not to run into the rear of Perez, so I don't want to damage my front wing when I'm doing so good in this last race. Because it's all or nothing here. I don't know when their pit stops are going to be for those soft runners, but definitely early on. I believe my pit stop was at lap 15, I think. So these guys are probably going to pit somewhere next lap or in a few laps time. I'm catching up to Perez here. I'm getting a lot actually. Go for a move here. There we go on the inside. Braked so late there. And then I done it. He's gonna make a move on me here, I think. Nope. Still ahead. I guess I have more pace than Perez, even just by not having much power. So now I move up to second, see if I can hold my position, or maybe catch up to Verstappen at some point. Only time will tell.
Daniel's in the pits.
My teammate is in the pits. I got word that I'm approaching my pit window. Surprisingly, these soft runners are going longer than I expected. Probably makes sense because it's a shorter track. And the question is, when is Verstappen going to pit? This lap or next lap? I'm about to find out. Looks like I'm gaining on him just a little bit. Only 4 seconds. Oh, that was dumb. I went very wide there. I should have slowed down more. But still keeping pace. I've just managed to pull a second or tried to get over a second on Perez. On the time gap at the moment. Verstappen pits for his tire swap, and he's going hard tires. Okay, so it's a one-stop strategy for Verstappen. So basically the same thing as me, but I'm going mediums to hards, which that might not work for me because even despite having fresher tires than Verstappen, I don't think it's going to do me enough to get ahead of him. I really don't think so. I mean, we'll see once I come to my pit stop.
Box. We're coming in this lap.
Alrighty then. This lap I'll pit for hard tires as Perez goes into the pits to switch from his softs to hards. Same thing with Bottas. And it looks like Hamilton has pitted as well, but it looks like he's getting held up by one of the Aston Martins. So that's going to screw his race up a bit. Unlucky for him. He hasn't been doing very well in this season compared to Verstappen. He just cannot he just cannot get the pace right. Just can't get the comparison of Verstappen's pace. It's been spot on, which is very unfortunate for Hamilton. Jeez, I need to slow down that area. I'm going too wide. It's going to allow Verstappen to get ahead of me further than I expected when I come out of my pit stops. Now this pit stop's going to be a little bit tricky to come in because it's a little S section, so slow it down. It's alright to slow down early because I don't want to get a penalty and get screwed over like last race at Saudi Arabia.
Exit now.
Good stuff. Don't know if it's good enough. I mean, we'll see. Coming out of the pit stops, will I get ahead of
No more
will I
pit stops.
will I get ahead of Perez here? Here we go. He's right beside me, and he's ahead of me. Only a little bit though, but I'm gonna be able to pass him with fresher hard tires. And it looks like Verstappen is 7 seconds ahead. I don't know if I'll be able to catch up to Verstappen. If Verstappen somehow retires, like a mechanical failure, then it will be a blessing for me to win this race. Other than that, I don't know if I have the chance, honestly. Verstappen is just way too good. Oh, a little bit messy there. See if I can get the draft. And then I'll get the DRS on him. Here we go. Gaining. He's defending well. I might have to back down on this one. Alright, got DRS again. Gonna try past him. Jeez! I tried to go inside, but he blocked it. I had to put myself on the grass there. Man, Perez is really defending here. Doing his teammate solid there. Man, this is gonna be a bit tough now. Okay. This time I'll get it. I'll get him here. I'm gonna use all my ERS here. Going on the outside of him. Will this work? Side by side here. I'm gonna have the inside here, and I get ahead of Perez. Really good maneuver for me. I was planning on going to the inside, but I decided to try the outside, and it worked for me. Going side by side, entering the second corner, I get ahead of Perez. So now I'm going to try to defend my position and maybe catch up to Verstappen. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm catching, lapping Nikita Mazepin. I'm catching up to Verstappen at the moment. Under 5 seconds now. I'm really getting close to him now. He's possibly going to be in trouble now. I'm just looking here at the time gap compared to the amount of laps as I crossed the finish line. I got 12 laps to go, and I'm under 4.5 seconds on Verstappen now. Really catching up to him, so this is looking good for me. I mean,
the car behind has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form.
Yeah, 5 seconds a gap between me and Perez now. I'm really catching up to Verstappen here. There may be a chance for me to win this. There could possibly be, guys. There's hope. There's some hope out there. Will I catch Verstappen in time to take the lead? We're gonna find out soon. I see Verstappen ahead. I'm getting really close to him. Just need to get past Latifi here. If he can get out of my way, thank you. Good thing it wasn't gonna hold me up in this cornering section. So that would have been bad. There he is. Under, sorry, not under. Just 3 seconds ahead of me now. It's gonna be really close. Really gotta be careful not to screw up in some of the corners. He's gonna gain some speed, getting DRS on one of the lappers. So that will help him a bit, but still 3 seconds in catching him. With 9 laps to go. This may get close, guys. This is gonna be really close. It's anybody's game.
By 27.5 seconds.
Yeah, Ricciardo's unfortunately had some bad luck, but he's doing okay at the moment, I guess. But he'll be alright. As I'm catching on to another Haas there to lap. I believe it's going to be Schumacher. He's possibly going to be in my way in this section, which is going to slow me down a bit. Oh, he's going to get out of my way. Okay, thanks. Okay. Looks like Verstappen's got around Russell, who's in the other Williams, so he's not going to gain DRS on him, so that's good for me. Hopefully I'll get DRS on Russell if I get close enough to him to gain some DRS and pass him maybe. Probably might not happen. We're getting a lot of traffic at the moment, me and Verstappen. And I think Perez is catching up to the traffic as well. And it looks like Russell's gaining DRS on Verstappen, so he's going to try to stick with him, which may annoy me because he might get in my way. Okay, it looks like I might just be able to get close to Russell to gain DRS on him. Surely I have it. Yes, I do. Okay. This will help me catch Verstappen a bit. I see him getting really close to him. Only got 7 laps to go here. I'm gonna get close to him. We'll see if we'll be able to battle to the end.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but
we definitely are. With 6 laps to go.
Making another pit stop.
Oh, don't worry. These tires will make it to the end. I promise. Under 2 seconds now of Verstappen. I'm pretty close to being in his range. Esteban Ocon is out of the race. Very
It looks like they're retiring.
Very unfortunate for Ocon. But as I was saying, I'm catching Verstappen. This is going to be close. It's going to be either me or Verstappen that wins this final race.
Fuel remaining.
Past Ocon's car, so no need to worry about not overtaking. I'm getting nervous now, guys. This is getting anxious. I'm gaining and gaining and gaining. I'm getting very close to Verstappen now. It's going to be very tight. 5 laps to go here in Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Will I catch Verstappen in time to take the lead and win, get my first and only win in this season? We're gonna find out right here. As I'm gaining, he's pulling away just a little bit, but not too much. But I gotta stay focused in these remaining laps to try and catch Verstappen and pass him.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Verstappen's got around Giovinazzi, was a lap down. It's possibly gonna make a gap between me and Verstappen now, so I really got to try and pass him as quickly as I can. As I'm gonna pass him here now, but will I get DRS on him? I don't know. Check to see. No, I did not. Okay.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
And there's 3 laps here in Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. I'm not gaining on Verstappen much, so that's big. That's a real big issue. But I'm getting close to being within range of his DRS. It's gonna be very tight. I don't know if I'll be able to catch him in time. It's gonna be very close. But yeah, what a season this F1 season has been. I mean, I didn't do as better as last year, but because I increased the difficulty, I try to challenge myself more to try and challenge the front runners, which I have been a lot, and I'm proud with my performance. Gonna do the same thing next year, but possibly with more other tougher difficulties added to next season. Going to be increasing the damage in our cars, which will make it more difficult to try and avoid a lot of colliding. As we got 2 laps to go here in Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Still not getting enough on Verstappen. He's possibly getting more speed now. Now it's the last couple laps. I don't know if I'll be able to catch him in time. So there's another lap car ahead. It's now down to 1.6 seconds. Trying to catch him. Now 1.5 seconds.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Thank you for that, Jeff. Looks like Verstappen's going to gain DRS on the lap driver, which will not help me catch him. Do I have DRS? No, I do not. It looks like Verstappen just got lucky with that pace. I think I got screwed over. Sorry, hang on, before I get to that. Final lap here in Sao Paulo. Final lap of the season. What a season it has been. I don't think I'll be able to catch Verstappen in time. I think with that little boost from lap drivers and the fact that his teammate helped by defending against me on catching Verstappen. I didn't think I had the chance to catch him, but looking here, I had some potential if I just tried to get around Perez early enough to pass him. I tried everything I've thrown at him, and it has not paid off, unfortunately. Oh jeez, nearly went wide there. I'll let Verstappen have it since he's had so many victories. This is my best place, unfortunately, second place. But what a finish this will be to finish off this season, as we got a couple corners left. Verstappen has showed us he has dominated this season. He has shown he is no threat to anybody. As he crosses the finish line, Max Verstappen wins here in Sao Paulo of the Brazilian Grand Prix as I come home in second. Another second place victory for me and another podium added to my collection. That is 2 podiums in a row, and that's how I'll end off this season with the second place victory. Sebastian Vettel gets driver of the day. What a way to end off the season. Just like what they mentioned earlier, there was going to be drama in this race. A great, decent amount of drama. Good, decent fight. I fought my way to where I am at now. I tried so hard. Sorry, so hard to beat Verstappen, to try and get my win in the F1, but unfortunately, I do not get that victory. I've been so close, just short.
What a fantastic win!
What a fantastic way to finish off the season. I am proud of that. Another dramatic season finish, just like last year. It was so close, but yet so far. Well, for others. And this last year, I came out on top with the win. This time around, I did not get the victory over Verstappen. Just at least the race win, at least. Man, what a race!
Amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony,
definitely some great talent there. And look at the time gap. Look at the time gap on the best laps between me and Verstappen. Just 4/10 between us compared to everyone else. Man, if I had not get held up by Perez, I would have possibly had the chance to beat Verstappen. But man, what a well-deserved fight there. Max Verstappen takes the final race with a win, with the fastest lap. He dominates this season. Great stuff from Verstappen, I guess. Myself, as Lando Norris, takes second place. Another second place to my collection, and another podium added to my collection. 2 in a row. Sergio Perez rounds up the podium spots in 3rd. Lewis Hamilton takes 4th. Finally got around Bottas, but just came up short to try and pass Perez. He was too far back. He couldn't catch him. Especially Bottas, his teammate, rounds out the top 5. My teammate, Daniel Ricciardo, despite getting held up by the AlphaTauris, he's clawed his way back up to 6th. Starting from 8th, got to 6th. Well done, my teammate. Great way to finish off this season. Another great showing of finish. Pierre Gasly takes 7th. Fernando Alonso takes 8th. Charles Leclerc takes 9th, and Carlos Sainz rounds up the top 10. The 2 Ferraris got overtaken by Gasly and Alonso. Not a good results for Ferrari. Man, what a result. We only had 13 drivers on the lead lap, so what a great performance. And to finally round up the results of this race and the season, and I forgot to do this in Saudi Arabia as well. My bad for that. Looking at the final results, Max Verstappen wins the Drivers' Championship over Hamilton by 140 points. He showed dominance. He showed he is a force to be reckoned with. He is shown he is the champion in this sport. And unfortunately, I did not do enough to catch either Perez or Bottas. And looking at the difference between me and Bottas, I was just short with 9 points. If Bottas retired again in this race, I possibly would have overtaken him for 4th. But top 5 is fair enough for me. I would take it. 60 points over Charles Leclerc, and Ricciardo gets ahead of Carlos Sainz as well, which means in constructor standings, us McLaren beat Ferrari by 80 points. And Red Bull dominated again over Mercedes. So that's your final results of this season. What a great way to finish up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and this season. I really hope you guys do. thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to help this channel grow. If you guys like these videos, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys have any other suggestions, make sure you leave a comment down below. Next time, we're gonna head to the F1 2022 season pretty soon. Hopefully, I'll be on it swiftly and early. Who knows what will happen in the future? Maybe we'll see anything that will benefit me in the next season, or I'm just going to challenge myself more. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.